Hey everyone, today is gonna be pretty a short video I think, but still I thought I'm gonna share one thing with you, which is basically that a lot of times it might be actually beneficial for you, more beneficial for your current self and your future self to actually have a lot less free time as you would actually want at the moment. So let me just explain this thing, right? Wouldn't it be actually a better idea for you to just be in school for another 4 hours and just learn some new things, or actually instead of wishing every single lesson that you have for the school to just end and for the school to just be over, like wouldn't it be just better for you to actually, let's say, learn and like pay attention in these during these lessons? Like, wouldn't it be actually better for you to just get 4 hours extra at work and make some money and maybe impress your chef a bit, like your boss a bit? Wouldn't it be just better for you to earn some additional money by just doing simply this? Staying for another 4 hours at work, just like basically having no free time, but still, like, what are you trading this? In one case you got 4 hours of free time and you just waste it on playing video games or watching YouTube or doing all of these degenerate stuff, right? Or you just spend it or like waste these 4 hours in work and, you know, actually get, or in school and actually learning something and gaining some experience or actually making some money, right? So wouldn't it be actually more beneficial to you to just be in work and stop complaining all the time and just get some additional hours in? And in school, wouldn't it be just better for you to just maybe go on some, let's say, I don't know, tutoring? Or wouldn't it be just better for you to just I don't know, go on some actual tutoring, like with your teacher, and just learn more things, or like sign up for some basketball, I don't know, basketball fucking event, I don't know, like all of these different activities or some sport that you can do after school, or with your classroom and like group of friends and stuff. Like, wouldn't it be actually better for you to do this and just spend another 3 to 4 hours in this school doing whatever, or just learning and studying also at home, because like no one is actually just gonna spend more time with you in school than necessarily, probably. So wouldn't it be just better for you to stay in school and still be in this school-like environment where it is really hard to just get distracted by anything because you are still in your school, and then, you know, just basically doing whatever, just learning and stuff, or sit in a park and just read a book, or actually learn for your next exam? Like, wouldn't it be actually better for you to just waste this time by doing this, you know, some sort of these activities? Like, I think it, Jesus, this lighting is so bad. I'm sorry for that, but like, wouldn't it be actually better for you? I mean, probably yes, right? So why are you always complaining, and why am I always complaining? Because this advice also goes pretty accordingly to me, you know. It's my situation pretty well also, because like, why do we as people always complain about, like, we want to do different thing at the moment, we want to be somewhere else, we want to do different thing, right? Like, I'm so bored, this sucks, I don't want to be in school and learn for another 4 hours or 6 hours. It might be actually better for you, or for me also, to just shut the fuck up a bit, stop complaining, and maybe actually, instead of dreading in mathematics and hating it all the fucking time as I do, wouldn't it be just better for you to probably stick to the mathematics, and instead of complaining all the time, just pay attention, you know, and try to learn something more? Even though you aren't probably gonna use it, you still in future life or your current life, you still need to sit in this school, so in that school, right? So what are you actually, or what am I actually, what are we actually having a problem with? Like, are we just gonna waste it by just looking out of the window and just not doing anything? Or are we just gonna actually really challenge ourselves and just try to get through it with basically no or very little complaining? and actually try to get something from it, right? Or maybe even at work, like you maybe hate your work. In that case, it would be really nice for you to just search for another job. But let's say you aren't in a position that you would actually find another job currently, so you still need to work in that old job that you hate. But like, what's wrong actually about it? Like, you still gonna get paid for all of these hours, right? So it's still the stuff you hate, but still, hey, like, how you gonna spend the next 4 or 5 hours of your free time? How you gonna spend the fucking weekend, right? How? What you gonna do instead? You probably gonna just scroll, watch Netflix, watch YouTube, be on Instagram, just falling into all of these thirst traps and stuff, and just being so distracted, so much distracted, that you are actually gonna forget like where you are, and it's just gonna drive you to the place where you are just incapable of spending time in a shower without any screens, or spending time on let's say or actually like eating without any YouTube video or any Netflix series. Like, we as humans now in this time of period of time, I mean, like, we are just so distracted and so stimulated, like we crave comfort so much, but we don't actually deserve it. Like, right, we just go to school and work just because we need to. We don't do anything extra, and then we just feel like we need to, you know, rest, and we deserve some comfort, and we just deserve some reward. Well, what about you actually doing some, and me actually, because this advice, as I said, man, this goes for me also. It's not only you, it's not only me, it's like everybody pretty much, right? So why, instead of just complaining all the time, like, why wouldn't we just use this time that we need to be stuck at work or in school, why wouldn't we use it to our fullest, and also make something extra in addition that we don't actually necessarily need to do, but still, like, and then reward ourselves after, because you need to go to school for 8 hours, so why would you reward yourself for doing this? You are just going or to the work, so you are just basically working or operating on an autopilot. Like, you didn't decide today, like, voluntarily, oh, I don't want to go to school, I don't want to go to work, but still I'm just gonna go. No, because like, you can't call in sick every single day to school or to work. Like, they just gonna, you know, kick you out, or you're just gonna get a lot of absence in school, and they just gonna fucking kick you out also. So no, we need to do some additional stuff for ourselves and then reward ourselves after that, right? And also, I think what actually makes sense is to just try to spend these 4 hours or 5 hours or 6 hours or whatever free time that you have. If you haven't done anything extra that day, I think it is really smart thing to do. I think really a smart thing to do is to just only 1/5 or 1/4 of this free time that you have, just spend it doing something extra, like going for a walk, or going, I don't know, study for the next test, even you don't want to or need to study for or work for another 1 hour, 2 hours, even though you got 5 hours of free time. Maybe still it's a lot smarter decision, and I think it's not the matter of maybe, but I think it's definitely a lot smarter decision to just go to work for another 2 hours and make, you know, 2 hours of more money basically, and gain some experience and maybe some admiration from your boss for actually taking this voluntarily on yourself, because you don't need to, right? And then basically you can come home and enjoy the rest of your day, of your free time, with doing whatever you want. And also, you aren't probably gonna be as much vulnerable to these bad habits like scrolling on YouTube, because you actually gonna appreciate this free time more, because you're gonna know that, oh, and also you're gonna have a lot better feeling about yourself, like, oh, I've done something today, I've done something extra today, let's say, for myself, that I can be proud of, or about. and that actually counts. So I'm maybe not as useless as I thought I am. So yeah, maybe I just deserve, or maybe I am capable of not wasting the rest of free time I got for this day just by scrolling or listening to music and pretending like I'm in some Sigma S edit, not Reddit, fuck's sake, but or just doing whatever degenerate stuff we tend to do, right? So this is basically what I wanted to tell you.